Now all three you guys have kids.
What? What does that even mean?
It means you almost get annoyed so easily.
I'm still pretty laid back.
Yeah. Not Dad. He gets annoyed easily.
I don't get annoyed easily. I only get annoyed easily by my kids. I take that back. I've got road rage too sometimes.
Sometimes.
Why are you touching me?
See?
No, just you're being annoying on purpose.
Yeah, but
On
that's how I
person.
normally
You
am.
guys said I person.
Yeah, on this
Normally
person. You're being annoying on this person.
The DB
You're being annoying on a personal level.
On a very personal level.
My personal bubble. My
Yeah,
personal
yeah. This is what people don't understand. Is like just.
See, I used to try and
Stay out
scoot
of
it that
this.
way, but then he wanted me to scoot closer to his personal bubble, and now I'm in within
Only
touching range.
Only so that you could be more into the camera.
Why would you want me to be into a camera? That's weird.
1 minute, 9 seconds in.
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
Don't cross this line.
Yeah. This line right here. There's a line. This is my area.
I think he put those lines in there on purpose, actually, when he built this.
Yeah.
See, this is the box's lines.
Can't
each
believe
have
you
lines.
reached across and you touched it.
Oh, my nail!
Jack, Eric's taking up my space.
Stop touching shit. You do your thing over there.
Fucking
Don't touch
touch my
stuff.
shit.
Well, it was in my space. We've
I need a knife.
established we have lines. I'm taking up the box's space.
There's a big ass sword right here.
That's mine. God.
This is my space, and you won't
You
stop
do have it
touching
on-
it.
you-
That sword is in the middle.
It is
Okay,
mine.
that's
You
the
have it on-
neutral zone.
Mine.
Stop it before you knock shit over.
But it's mine.
I don't care. Leave
It's
it alone.
mine.
Neutral zone.
Welcome back, everybody. We are the Bonsai Movie Crew. Here.
Oh, we can hear it.
Yeah, you can hear it now. I changed that too, so. I mean, we're off to a good start. Don't forget to check out all them socials and stuff. Links are in the description. Yeah. As you can see, I'm feeling a little better.
Got a little froggy before we even got started.
I'm about to put Madison in a sick hospital.
You should have done that a long time ago, let's be honest.
Yeah.
I like your shirt.
Emperor.
Thank you.
Don't be a cuntosaurus. I like it.
That's yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take
Not
your own
touchy.
fucking advice.
My advice? What would my advice be?
Don't be a cuntosaurus.
See, that's the shirt's advice, not
Why do you
mine.
keep touching me? Stop touching me.
I will turn this
Okay,
car
if
around.
you say so.
Mhm.
I don't like touchy people. Whenever they gotta say something, they gotta put their hand on you, or
Don't
it's like, don't fucking touch me. I don't need you to touch me to get your point across. I can hear you.
I don't like when people touch
Yeah,
me either.
I can hear. Like, well, they'll put their hand on your shoulder. Like, you don't have to do that.
Yeah,
you don't
like,
have to get in my bubble.
if
I
I'm
don't.
at like work or something and I've got like somebody that does that, I'm like doing this number.
I'm like, I don't understand why they do it. Like they feel like if they touch you, their words are traveling through their hand into your body also.
like, do I put
like-
off the vibe that I like to be touched?
Yeah,
do
get
I
the
look
fuck
like a
away
person
from
that likes
me.
to be touched?
Or if, like, whenever they get in your face, they want to get closer to
Oh,
you.
no.
Like, I can't hear you from another 3 feet away. Like, no, you don't
That's
need to
it.
do that.
Can you tell that I'm listening
Are we
to
angry
a Taekwondo stance? Like,
we
I
sound
don't
like
want-
angry fucking.
I'm
I
going
don't
to go up.
I'm really a nice person. I just don't want you in my space.
I don't. Yeah,
You know what?
Just,
I'm going to tell everybody in your office to go up and start.
just start rubbing your back.
Yeah, just
Oh.
slightly.
She loves it whenever you put your
slightly
fingers
put their
and,
arm
like,
or their hand
play with
on
her
you
hair.
and just slightly talk to you.
Stop touching me.
I didn't even touch you.
I'm going to
Touch
tell
my
Misty
elbow.
to tell
I will
everybody.
quit my
Such a
job.
I'm telling
late
Misty.
reaction.
I'm telling Misty.
She'll know
to
better.
No. I'll tell
Anyway.
Marion. I'll tell Marion.
He'll know better.
I'm allowed
No.
to hug
Speaking
you
of what's
guys,
wrong
not
with
you guys.
society nowadays, do you guys ever watch those videos of that guy that talks about like he like he'll take videos from the internet like influencers and shit, and he just picks fun at them? I got a couple of
No,
those
but
videos.
I'm interested.
Yeah, it's
Let's
great.
see it.
I
They're
bet I
great.
have
People
actually,
like
but
that
I don't
on
remember
level.
this. Let's see this.
They're good. They're fun.
I
Oh,
am
excuse me.
intrigued.
So we're gonna watch those, and
Oh, don't
I
go
can't
to
remember the
the, don't
name
go
of
to the
this guy.
recycle bin.
we're gonna watch this one first because he calls him. Well, this is why I stay home.
Oh, that's
I
the
wish
guy
I
that
could
did.
stay at
Oh,
home.
this guy. I love this guy.
Yeah, he's great.
Get a load of this one.
Hi
Oh,
guys.
yeah, oh,
It's
oh, I've seen
Emily.
this.
How are y'all doing? We are also the Beast. We were all so jacked.
See, this is why kids don't run lemonade stands in their neighborhood anymore.
Yeah.
I'm the one you're literally gonna fall in love with. Well, you'll fall in love with the four of us.
Imagine your kids seeing this
Four of
passing
us.
by on a bicycle.
You definitely adore your Emily.
No wonder the kids don't want to play outside anymore.
Can't wait to see you guys tonight. Bye, guys.
Can't even
What?
take them for a walk anymore. What are you going to tell little Timmy when he sees this? What are you going to say? This is one of Santa's helpers transporting gifts in her pants for the elves to wrap at the North Pole? There's no explanation for what we're seeing out there anymore. Even Minnie Mouse is stressed out about what's happening to our country. We're living in a science fiction movie.
Hi, welcome to Sense and Sugar.
Hello.
Can't even get a cashier at some places now.
How do I order?
Yeah, is
I
it
couldn't
for
do that.
here?
For here, I'd walk the fuck
Look at
away.
this. You got to talk to someone on a screen from across the world to order a chicken sandwich at this place.
And for the sauce, we have house mustard, house tonkatsu, spicy mayo, and the ranch.
Whatever you recommend.
Recommend? How would she know? She doesn't even work there. She's in her bedroom 10,000 miles away. Why are we doing this? Can't even go sightseeing anymore without these lemmings knocking into you. Look at her. Almost elbowed this lady in the chest. Doesn't even care.
Just gonna punch her in the face.
That's the world we live in,
Generation
though.
of
That's
empty,
what.
self-absorbed narcissists. Look at them. It's like an infestation happening. There's got to be some sort of influencer pest control service out there that could do something about this.
Pow!
Look at her. Nearly
Oh,
gets
damn.
hit by a car, and her first reaction is to look at the camera. Doesn't even apologize. Nah, instead she posts this with the caption, "Watch me almost get hit by a car."
I wish she
Ha
would've.
ha ha ha. The good news is everybody in the comments recognizes what a revolting human being she is. Like this person comments,
It's
"Yet you
crazy.
keep doing this when people are making fun of you." And she goes, "Because I don't care. Thanks for commenting and liking my videos." I wonder if she'd care if she was wrapped around a car's radiator. I guess there's only one way for her to find out. You know, you used to be able to get away from all this the further
Oh,
away
shit.
you walked into the woods.
This is-
But as
this is-
I
that-
found
there
out
was Madison's
before,
crowd.
it's not that much better. You never know when you're going to run into
Excuse me.
Aunt
What the
Judy
fuck?
chewing on pine needles.
What the fuck is that?
That's an alien, dude.
There's gotta be.
That's always a surprise. Don't forget about the emo people.
Oh, not this
Jesus.
guy.
The emo peacock.
Yeah, I've had my run-in with him before. Never know when his backup singer's going to pop up either.
Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
I guess all you can do is just walk away.
Is his braids through his ear?
Yeah.
Setting for
God damn it.
separation, pleading for cooperation from the higher powers out there. Save me from this daily despair. Undone, I am reassessing common bonds that are reflecting higher powers waiting out there. Save me from this daily despair. My skin's dying because you're under it. I'm done.
I think he's been hit on the
lying
head too many
to
times.
myself for this.
You know who Jeff Hardy is,
Wonder
right?
and
Yeah.
believing, man, it's
From-
making me weak.
All right, you know what? Maybe I'm not going deep enough into the woods. Oh, dear God.
What would you do if you saw that walking in the woods? I think I'd go back home and fortify my house. Like, zombie apocalypse is happening.
Yep, went too far. Turning back.
I
Nah.
believe in Jeff Hardy.
Oh, no, not this
You
again.
humans got more left to do.
Oh, great, it's getting dark now.
I'm not alone
Ah,
without a
damn it.
body I don't know.
You know what? I'm just going to find a tree to lay under and go to sleep. I'm exhausted. Ugh, I could only imagine what I'm going to wake up to standing over me. Oh, well, here we go. Oh, no. Yeah, yeah, it's official. There's no escape. Oh, and just so you know, the original version of this video was taken down by YouTube for sex and nudity. Yeah, apparently a fully clothed woman a lamppost is considered sex and nudity, which I even censored in the original video. Doesn't matter though. Meanwhile, Wet by Cardi B still going strong at half a billion views. No age restriction, ads all over the thing. That's YouTube for you folks. What an honest business they got over there in Silicon Valley, huh? Anyway, the original video's on my X account. You can watch it over there. Or if you want the uncensored version, it's on my Patreon. Talk to you guys soon.
Hi guys, we are Emily. How are y'all doing? We are also the Beast.
Oh my god.
Come on, dude. If you watch his videos, it's fucking comedy gold. Because you're like, yeah, at least he understands what's wrong with the world.
Oh, yeah.
Here, I got one more for you. Don't worry. We're not done yet, kids.
Look at this. There's a display of unhealed trauma for you. Why do I even walk around these cities anymore?
Even the dog was
Every block
confused.
I turn, there's a reminder of why I should stay in the house. See what I mean? Hold on, is that the point guard for the Knicks?
I actually expect that more out of society.
Crap, they
than
really
the
are
other shit.
cursed.
Yeah,
We
that
gotta
is
save that energy
like
for the
semi-normal.
season. All right, I gotta find my way out of the city here.
Oh.
She's having a heart attack.
Well,
The sad
I
part
guess
is she
this
had to hit,
sidewalk's occupied.
like, record to
Did she
start
shit
doing this.
herself?
Got to get those hemorrhoids removed. Good lord. Now, great. Traffic's at a
Gotta get them hemorrhoids
standstill.
looked at.
Must be something blocking the tunnel.
Kind of makes you wonder just how many of these
I didn't
people just
expect
have,
to see
like...
David Bowie reviving his role in Labyrinth here.
Jesus.
This makes you wonder how many of these people
I'm
actually
stuck
just
in
have
the
mental
city. I might as well
illnesses.
go get some food or
A
something.
lot.
Maybe I'll try this restaurant over here.
If I seen that, I would probably ruin their video.
Oh no, an insta
'Cause I would say something.
So I'm like,
Go on!
Yeah. Just
People are
scream.
just trying to eat here.
Throw a cupcake at him.
Dude, if you
Imagine
saw
bringing
something
your
like that in
kid
real
out to
life,
eat and
what-
you got
like
some diluted
literally
head
you would just
case
scream,
flailing
shut
around
the
next
fuck
to your
up
son.
and sit down.
The way
get the
throw
fuck
something.
out. It's the sad part. Like,
If I had, like, a
where's the
drink or
owner at to
something-
get kick them out?
Milkshake.
Like-
Milkshake
Oh,
would be
great.
better.
They're filming themselves in there
Seriously,
too
when
now.
this stuff is going on, like, why do people
Just
just,
look at the
sit
disgust.
there?
Girl's
Yeah.
face in the back. Like, the fuck?
What am I
Like, people
supposed to
just
do
sit
here? I guess
there.
I'll go to Subway. No, even better.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how you want making your
Uh-huh.
sandwich.
And
Want
people
some
are still
toppings
out there
on your
ordering,
sub?
like-
How about
Yeah,
some
no,
complimentary
no,
seasoning
no, I
on the
would
bottom
not.
of Edgar's feet?
Abso-fucking-lutely not.
Yeah, no.
I think
that-
I'd order the
running out of
sandwich and
food
then
options
throw it
here.
at him.
I guess I'll just go outside and peck at the ground with the
No, no,
pigeons.
no.
I used to work with a girl
This
that
is
would
awful.
probably just
Maybe I'll just find
walk
an empty
back there
bar
and kick
and
his
have a
ass.
drink. Oh, great. Now I'm really drinking alone. Yeah, so much for small talk with the bartender. Let's make all the depressed
Everybody's
drunks
the
out there
film.
feel
You
even
want some
more
more?
alone.
You want some more?
Well, looks like the tunnel cleared up. Maybe I'll head to the suburbs. Oh, much better. A little peace and quiet at least. Look at this one over here sitting on the
Suburbs
porch.
are the worst.
Cat's like, don't get your hopes up, pal. Go ahead, just look across the street. You see what I gotta look at when I come out here?
I understand.
Sorry you gotta see that every day. Don't apologize.
At least she's
to
doing
me.
it on her
Tell
own
that
property.
to the Fraggles
Yeah.
underground
Yeah.
living underneath her.
Fraggle Rock.
I miss Fraggle.
Where are you out?
Wore me out.
You know what? Maybe I need to find a more remote area away from everybody. Here we go. This ain't too bad. Oh,
There he is again.
Goblin King again. Must have shapeshifted out of the tunnel. I don't even think he's dancing. He's got to be casting a spell on me. I mean, there's got to be a family park around here somewhere that doesn't let these kind of people in. Guess I'll just drive around a little bit. Here we go. Why don't we try this one? I don't see anybody. Oh, never mind. The f*** is this? Is that girl riding a horse on a stick? There's another one on the tennis court, too.
Aren't there people that are actually part
Yeah,
of the
there's
group?
people
Like,
that actually
yeah,
really
I'm just
do
gonna
this
pretend
shit.
I
Do
didn't
this
see
shit.
that and just hang by the lake over here.
Whatever happened to
See,
regular
this is
exercise?
nice. Nobody around.
Like, you know, running.
Just me and the lake.
jogging.
Yeah, that's not right.
Don't tell me.
Man, it's making me weak.
That's not who I think it is it?
For all the
God damn it.
man, it's making me weak. I'll fade away and classify myself as obsolete.
I know I said I wouldn't do this again, but the woods are my last resort. Maybe I was just in a bad area last time. So far, so good. I'm sure I would have heard the emo peacock by now. Oh, dear God.
Look what I can do.
What the hell did I just stumble
what I can
across here? What is this? Is this some sort of human pup training camp? This must be where they're all coming from. I think I walked into the Bohemian Grove. Well, I guess now we know what goes
They're gonna
on
be
in
tripping.
here.
They'll be on some
I
mushrooms.
think this is my cue to turn around and go home. I tried.
They're all on shrooms.
Oh, and by the way, see
Gotta
you
be.
guys next weekend in Tampa. I'll be at the Tampa Bay Comic Convention with some prints of my cartoons and some other things. Come say hello. I like meeting normal people. That and being around creative people who actually deserve the attention. All right, guys. Talk to you soon.
So that dude actually has a podcast and all that. So, he does a lot of YouTube videos and shit too. But like, if you guys want to check him out, he's on YouTube. I watch it, and he's on TikTok. So I follow his shit.
I
It's
will
funny.
need to find him on TikTok
Yeah.
because that shit was funny.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of videos like that.
That's the thing though, like that probably annoys me the most about our society nowadays is that we make stupid people famous. Why?
Ah,
Why?
you're not wrong. Like, don't get me wrong. I think the spit on that thing girl or whatever, that shit's fucking hilarious.
But okay, yeah, but that's kind of the exception though, because that's like a 15 minutes of fame type thing.
No, she's
I'm
still
talking-
famous. She's got a podcast and shit now.
Sure, but the things that she's doing with it are different.
That's
I'm
true.
talk-
She's
I'm
taking
talking
it.
about-
Well, I would say that she's better in the sense that, like, she's out. She's not trying to do like spreads or.
I'm talking about
You
the
know,
Kardashians.
yeah.
I'm talking about, I don't know, Kanye. I'm talking about, P. Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about dumb fucking people that we make famous that are now millionaires because of why? What did Kim Kardashian ever do?
Not a fucking thing.
What did she do? And she is richer than I will ever fucking be.
Oh yeah, she's richer than than anybody I know. Will ever
She's
be.
rich for being Kim Kardashian. And
It's
you
weird.
fucking people did it. Like, I didn't watch the show. I can fucking guarantee you
I mean,
that.
she was rich before that, but that's because of her dad and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
her dad was a lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay, so she was lawyer rich.
Yeah.
Okay,
She's actually got a law degree too, so
so then she can be lawyer rich. That's
she
fine.
could be, but she's not.
But she's not. She's
famous rich.
I made
How
my
is she
ass
a
bigger
lawyer?
by going and getting ass
she
surgery.
passed the bar. She went to school for law.
Was she not the stupid one?
No, they're all.
No, she's
stupid.
incredibly smart. They're all incredibly smart. They're smarter than I'll ever be because they're out there shaking their ass and making millions of dollars for doing it. I'm stupid because I went to college and then I went to work
Yeah.
and then I'm slaving away for the man for the rest of my life. I'm stupid.
Welcome to America.
Pretty much.
Well, it is the world that we live in, and we just have
So
to.
what you're
accept it.
saying is don't go to college, don't get a real job, be like Kim Kardashian.
Correct. Go out
Okay.
there, shake your ass.
No,
No. I'm actually saying, shame on America because we want to make stupid people famous instead of
and if you
actually-
turn out like Kim
No, like-
Kardashian, I will disown you.
Like, for example, okay, like we want to pay our teachers shit and then we want to pay basketball players through the nose. Why? Teachers are literally teaching our youth, which is going to be the next generation that's going to be taking care of our asses when we're old. But we pay them shit, and we're going to pay, football players and basketball players through the nose. Make that make sense.
I can't.
I'll get off my high horse now.
Yeah, get off your high horse.
Sorry.
Anyway, so that was the internet for this week.
Here to make Karen angry.
No,
I think it made
it's
Karen
funny.
angry last
It's
week,
really
too.
funny, but the points he's making are valid. Like, these are stupid fucking people, and they probably have millions of followers.
Yeah. Yep. Like that bitch dancing in the road and almost got hit by the car.
Mhm.
She didn't care.
Mm-mm.
She doesn't care because
She's
at the
still-
end of the day, she's got
she's-
millions of followers and people gawk
And
at
all
her.
of those comments count for her.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every single person on there going, "You're a dumbass, you're a dumbass, you're a dumbass." She's laughing
don't
as she
care.
goes to the
Yeah.
bank.
Yep. She's getting paid. Yep.
The best thing
Why can't
would
you
be
guys
for
watch
you
us? We're more intelligent
the
than
best
those
thing
people.
would be to you watch that and go, as you're like popping popcorn, and go, "You're a dumbass." Like,
And
That's
move
the
on.
sad part. Are they watching them because they're dumb, or are they watching them because they actually enjoy their content? Like us, like we don't get near as many views as I'm sure that lady does, and we're smarter than her. Like, I bet half of me is smarter than her. So,
but my big toe is smarter
Yeah.
than her.
right? So I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe she is smarter than us in some way. Like she just don't show it. She knows that being dumb is the way to make money. I don't know. Either way, let's move on. Let's go ahead and get into our creator profile.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some
Yeah.
good chill music. You know?
It is.
Yeah, I like it. Karen, you gonna read it?
I can.
You chose it.
I know.
I think we all know who it is.
Is it like really long?
It is kind of long.
I kind of figured it would be. I
Um,
deserve this.
There is no biography on him.
You deserve
so I
it,
had
figured.
to. I think I got all his stuff from Wiki. So
It's kind of
take
a
it.
private person. Though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, we're doing Robert Englund because
Of
it's
course.
spooky month, and he was one of the spookiest characters in horror movie history. So
He's my favorite.
yeah, he's one of my favorites too. I've loved him since I don't know, forever.
Englund was born on June 6, 1947 in Glendale, California, the son of Janice and Clyde Kent Englund, an aeronautics engineer who helped develop the Lockheed U-2 airplane. He is part of Swedish ancestry and part Scottish ancestry. Englund began studying and acting at the age of 12, accompanying a friend to a children's theater program at California State University, Northridge. While in high school, he attended Cranbrook Theater School, organized by the Cranbrook Educational Community, in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. He then attended UCLA for 3 years before dropping out and transferring to Michigan-Oakland University, where he trained at the Meadowbrook Theater, at the time a branch of the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art. Englund had 5 successful years performing in regional theater, including plays by Shakespeare and Bernard Shaw. He married for the first time in 1966 to nurse Elizabeth Gardner. Shortly afterward, he returned to the West Coast in search of film work and landed a supporting role in the film Buster and Billy, directed by Daniel Petrie. In 1976, Englund auditioned for the roles of Han Solo and Luke Skywalker in Star Wars. While he didn't get the part, he suggested Mark Hamill for the role of Luke. Englund appeared in the
Do
1977...
you think it would have been better if he would have gotten Luke?
Yeah.
I think it would have been better in the instance that I don't really like Mark Hamill anymore. He's a fuckwad. But
I think he was too whiny for the role. I mean, he was whiny.
yeah, that's true. He was one, but if he would have went on to do Star Wars, do you think he would have done Nightmare on Elm Street?
No. I think everything happens for a reason, obviously. But I think that if he would have gotten the role, it would have been better played.
Yeah. Can you imagine that if he would have got the role for Luke Skywalker and then Mark Hamill got the role for Freddy?
It wouldn't have been nearly as successful.
That would have been a big flip.
Yeah, that'd been weird.
Yeah.
I happen to think that Robert Englund is a fantastic actor, and he
Yeah.
doesn't get nearly as much play as he should have.
No, he doesn't. But he sticks to what he loves, though.
He
And I
absolutely
appreciate
does.
him for that, so.
I would argue probably that, initially he probably was upset with what he got, but as time went on, he was very happy because he was able to kind of pick and choose and decide
Pick and
what he
choose,
wanted to
and
do.
also he probably appreciates his fan base way more.
Oh, he does.
Than
100%.
if he would have been like Luke Skywalker.
Dude,
or
when I
something.
met him, he was probably, oh my god, he was just fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah, he's a super sweet
Oh
guy.
my god. Anyway, Englund appeared in the 1977 film Eaten Alive, directed by Tobe Hooper. He then played Ranger in Galaxy of Terror, produced by Robert Corman, which was released in 1981. Since then, Englund has made over 100 appearances on film and television. In his early film roles, Englund was usually cast as a nerd or redneck, and he first gained attention in the role of visitor technician and resistance fighter Willie in the 1983 miniseries V, as well as the 1984 sequel V The Final Battle, and V The Series, in which he was a regular cast member. Englund went against type when he accepted the role of Freddy Krueger, the psychotic burn victim and child murderer in Wes Craven's hugely successful Nightmare on Elm Street in 1984. He reprised his role as Freddy in A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, A Nightmare on Elm Street 3,
talk about 2.
4, 5, Freddy's Dead, and The New Nightmare, and Freddy vs. Jason. His association with the genre led him to top billed roles in The Phantom of the Opera, The Mangler, another film directed by Tobe Hooper, and 2001 Maniacs. Englund in Gothenburg, Sweden in March in 2000. Oh, that must be a picture. Englund's portrayal of Freddy Krueger is notable for its longevity, with Englund playing the same character in 8 consecutive films. Englund has said that he enjoys the role of Freddy as it gives him a break from always acting out the nice guy. Indeed, many people who have worked with Englund attest to his congeniality. Makeup artists responsible for the Krueger makeup have commented that Englund was so friendly and talkative that it made the lengthy makeup application slightly more challenging. Englund's TV appearances include starring in the short-lived series Nightmare Cafe, in which he played Blackie, the mysterious proprietor of the title cafe, and reprising his role of Freddy Krueger in the series Freddy's Nightmares. His guest roles include the science fiction series Babylon 5, one episode of the show MacGyver as Tim Wexler, Masters of Horror, Mad TV, Sliders, and Knight Rider, where he appeared as a phantom haunting a film studio, and Walking Tall the series, as well as a guest star spot on the hit TV show Walker, Texas Ranger. His work in voiceover animation includes magician Felix Faust in Justice League, the Riddler on the Batman, the Vulture on the Spectacular Spider-Man, and Dormammu on the superhero squad show. On the TV witch drama Charmed, he appeared as a demon who used the services of a lackey to lure people into a decrepit household where he lived in the walls and shrink them down to action figure size. He also appeared on an episode of Married with Children as the Devil. I don't remember that one. Another appearance was in 2010 season episode of the television spy Send Up Chuck as a scientist who created a fear-inducing nerve toxin, a similar character to the Scarecrow, one of Batman's enemies. He would have made a great
Scarecrow.
Yeah, I think he would.
He would have.
He would make a great Scarecrow. Even now, at his age, would make a great Scarecrow.
Englund performed as host of the Horror Hall of Fame Awards show 3 times from 1990 to 1992. Englund made his directorial debut with the 1988 horror film 976 Evil, who co-written by future Oscar winner Brian Helgeland and starring Stephen Jeffries. During production, Englund met set director Nancy Booth, whom he married. His second feature, Killer Pad, was released direct-to-DVD in 2008. In July 2013, he was in pre-production to direct the VIJ, about a young priest who is led by an evil genie to commit murder, and who falls in love with an old witch. VIJ.
Maybe the J is silent.
Who falls in love with an old witch who is not what she seems. Englund also directed 2 episodes of Freddy's Nightmares. The first was Cabin Fever, and the second was Monkey Dreams. His memoir, Hollywood Monster, A Walk Down Elm Street with the Man of Your Dreams, which Alan Goldsherd transcribed from his dictations, was published by Pocket Books on October 13th, 2009. He also starred in the web series Feared Clinic, where he appeared in 5 episodes as Dr. Andover. Englund noted he would welcome a guest appearance in the ABC revival of V in an interview with Todd Sokolov from Forces of Geek, but the series was canceled before he could make such a guest appearance. In January 2010, it was announced that Englund would return in Jackson Roth for the sequel to D. Snyder's Strangeland, titled Strangeland 2: Disciple. However, as of December 2010, no specific dates or plans have been made regarding the project. Englund made a guest appearance in The Death of Queen Bee episode of Bones, appearing as quirky janitor at protagonist Dr. Temperance's Brennan's old high school. His character, a friend of Brennan's, and situation were introduced as very creepy. It's like Freddy creepy. Englund was a special guest at the 2010 Streamy Awards and also appeared as a special guest of the CA Weekend of Horrors on October 8th, 2010. Englund appeared on the Creation Entertainment Weekend of Horrors in May of 2010. In May of 2010, he was signed for the American independent thriller Incubus.
Sounds like 2010 was a big year for him.
Yeah. Englund appeared as himself in the Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies map, Call of the Dead, as one of the playable characters, and acted out the part of a Halloween-themed serial killer in the 2010s revival of Halloween 5-0, or Hawaiian 5-0. He also took part in a Halloween Come Dine With Me for Channel 4 in 2012. He also appeared in Jack Brooks' Monster Slayer and Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon, which if you haven't seen, you should. Although the character Freddy Krueger is regarded as one of the most terrifying in cinema history, Englund is often described by fellow actors and film crews as being extremely friendly and appreciative of his fans, many admitting that his portrayal of Krueger frightened them as children. He starred in The Last Showing and Fear Clinic. The latter was released on October 22nd, 2014 at the Screamfest Film Festival. Englund was also a special guest at Shock Comic-Con on Valentine's Day 2015, and February 2016, Englund hosted a Nightmare on Elm Street marathon on El Rey Network. Englund was featured in 2019 documentary Scream Queen, My Nightmare on Elm Street, which examines the LGBT themes of A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, and the life of actor Mark Patton. As of 2020, Englund has been hosting the Travel Channel show True Terror with Robert Englund, which showcases scary but true stories about the supernatural or strange. In 2022, Englund appeared in the 4th season of the Netflix series Stranger Things as Penner's mental hospital patient Victor
Ain't get enough
Creel.
play, man. You should have got more play in the series.
Yeah. In keeping with the series' 1980s setting and homages, the character's first appearance includes a nod to Englund's most famous character. They didn't even mention that he did Supernatural. And that was a really cool character.
So, here's my thing. So, if we would have Robert Englund playing Scarecrow, do you think he'd be able to keep up doing Scarecrow in a role today?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at his age?
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
It's not a very physically demanding role.
Yeah,
okay,
Scarecrow's not a physical.
So, if he was to
He's
do
more
it.
mental.
Yeah.
Well, if he was to do it at his age now, who do you think would be the cast? You think it would be Ben Affleck as Batman?
No, I'm definitely going more in line with Pattinson.
Definitely.
Because that's more of his level. You know what I mean? Like that darker tone. But
like Edward?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you go that route. I think you go the route that they were going with the Batman.
Yeah.
And you go down
a little bit more of a darker tone.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he could play that really well.
Because if you look at how they did the Riddler, and you take that kind of tone that they were going with the Riddler and you apply it to the Scarecrow and you go that avenue with it, it'd be perfect. It'd be chef's
honestly
kiss.
If you did something like that with Robert Englund, they might call that one of his best performances because I could see him putting in 110%.
That would be beautiful. That would be a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
There you
Call
go.
us Matt Reeves. We'll talk about it.
We've got ideas, man.
Yeah, for sure.
We could be a think tank for Hollywood.
Because why not use a horror icon for something for a character that literally is about fear?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Uses
dreams
fear
as a power.
Yeah. He's. I love you, Robert.
All right. Well, favorite Robert Englund movie?
New Nightmare. It's New Nightmare. She likes New Nightmare.
I've never seen all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I've seen the first one.
Just say New Nightmare.
Okay.
Dream Warriors.
Yeah, sure. It's Dream Warriors for me.
Yeah, it's too easy.
Actually, I'm going to go 3 through 5 are my favorites.
I tend to like, if I'm going to pick like in that general area, I don't care for Dream Warriors as a general rule, but I like 4 and 5 because Alice, she's the hero. I'm sorry, like Nancy can.
I love Dream Warriors because of the whole powers inside their dream.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. A lot of people like that for that reason, but
I thought it was a cool idea.
It was.
But yeah, 4 and 5 are awesome. So
number 2.
yeah, I bet.
Just to fuck with you.
But aside from that, I mean, okay, how about favorite movie outside of the
Freddy?
That's rough.
I'd have to think about the movies that he's in.
That's rough. Probably Leslie Vernon.
I was going to say, I think I'm going to go with Leslie Vernon, Behind the Mask. With Leslie Vernon.
Yep.
I think that'd be my favorite. So, like, he's not in
it
a lot.
You get to see him as a
instead of being
an intellectual,
like
he's this
he's
guy,
more of the Loomis,
and he's like this I'm helping you kind of character. I like that.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna go with Leslie Vernon. If I'm going off the cuff, not looking through IMDb, just off the top of my head, I'm going.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I mean, Madison could say Stranger Things. So
I would not say less Stranger Things. He didn't get enough play.
Mhm.
Not that he had a whole lot of playing Leslie Vernon either, but
no, he really didn't. But
No, I've really not seen any of these shows.
the movie, there are a lot of. He's got a lot of low budget stuff.
oh yeah, but
So.
I think it's well, and then there's Like he wasn't very long in Hatchet either.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna say Leslie Vernon. I'm just gonna stick
I'd
with
have
that.
to look.
I'm gonna stay with Leslie Vernon too. Madison's
I like what he had to
no fucking
contribute
idea.
to that. I think
Yeah.
to push the story, and
Yeah.
I think he just did a fabulous job with it.
All right, well, Madison, you don't have to choose, whatever, because you
I
haven't
wasn't
seen.
gonna.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Let's
talk about the
shit.
movie.
I still got this thing up here. My bad, guys. Let's try that again.
Let's
What was he in
talk about the
Wishmaster?
movie.
Oh,
I don't know who he
God, I
was.
haven't seen
in
the
Wishmaster. I haven't
Wishmaster,
seen
so
Wishmaster in
he
years.
wasn't he wasn't a bad guy. He was like
No.
Cause
I
I
think
really,
he was
I
one
really
of the
like
people that worked at
Wishmaster.
the
I don't
museum.
remember him. I don't remember him in Wishmaster.
I think he was part of the museum. I think he worked at the museum.
I don't know.
I
You
don't
know,
think he was the curator.
I don't think I've
though.
seen
he was, like-
Wishmaster since it fucking came out. So
dude, it was
Really?
like it's
I
been,
like Wishmaster.
It's been a long time since
time.
I've seen Wishmaster,
Since I was a
but I
kid.
think he was like one of the people that worked at the
One
museum.
of the curators.
I don't think he was the curator. I think he was just one of the people that worked there. I think he was one of the people that like helped them find a way to get rid of the. But I don't remember for sure.
all right, Karen, you got
Historian,
a
maybe?
plot synopsis for
I
this?
do. Give me a second.
You reading the movie, Madison?
Yeah.
Okay. After being hypnotized by his sister-in-law, Tom Witzke begins seeing haunting visions of a girl's ghost, and a mystery begins to unfold around her. 1 hour and 39 minutes, rated R. Kevin Bacon as Tom Witzke, Catherine Erb as Maggie Witzke, Lisa Weil as Alina Douglas as Elise Weil, Zachary David Cope as Jake Witzke, and we're good there.
Played Raymond something from the Wishmaster. Didn't say his last name.
He's got a second billing, it looks like.
Yeah, I think he was one of the like people that worked at the what you call it, where they had the lamp at, or the
Trying to find who he was.
Don't worry about it.
Raymond Beaumont.
Beaumont.
Beaumont. All right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Karen, give us that plot synopsis.
Already did.
She just
Oh, you
got
did?
done reading
Mhm.
My bad, dog.
Wow,
I was distracted.
that hurts.
Does it?
A little bit.
Oh, liar. All right, let's. What'd you watch? What'd you recommend, Madison?
it. Yeah. Yeah, I would. I'd probably watch it again too.
I think I'd watch. I would definitely watch it again, and I would definitely recommend it to somebody looking for like a good ghost movie, not
Yes.
a shitty one, a good one.
Yes and yes, I love this movie.
You're gonna
Eric?
go on Debbie Downer, aren't you?
He's gonna be that guy.
You gonna be that guy?
means.
It's okay.
He's just doing it on purpose.
He probably is.
Yes and yes. I've seen the movie before. And,
Yeah.
I mean, I've enjoyed. I
Crystal
enjoyed it.
watched it with me, and
You
she
just
really
didn't
liked
remember, did you?
No, once I started watching it and it started coming back. I was like, oh yeah, now I remember.
I
Once I seen like the orange coat, I was like, oh yeah, now.
Yeah, I even said that. Like, I was like, this movie is like early 2000s. It's
Yeah.
actually 99, and I'm like, fuck, this is like the beginning of what the early 2000s would look like, with like the big pants and the black t-shirts, and you know what I mean, like pretty much what we wore in high school. So it was just so, I was like, oh my god, this brings me back.
Yeah.
Because pretty much how
But in,
him,
like, a good
him and his
way, it was
wife
like-
dressed, I was like, that was us in school. That's how
Yeah.
we dressed.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Stir of Echoes.
Fuck the kids.
Tom Whiskey is a phone lineman living in a working class neighborhood in Chicago with his pregnant wife Maggie and his son Jake,
You're
who
not pregnant.
possesses the. Huh?
First thing he says to her, you're not pregnant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
What a dick.
Okay,
Bummer.
try again.
Then he said,
Yeah,
bummer.
he said, yeah, bummer.
Yeah.
No, he said, you're not pregnant. And then he's like, bummer.
Bummer.
What's the first word? Bummer.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, I told your dad I was pregnant with you, and he said, bummer. So, says a lot about you.
I mean, I guess I understand, like, the one thing I really picked up watching it this time is, like, at this age, is, like, some of the things he said, it was kind of like, whew, yeah.
I know in one part where he said he was paying $800 a month for that house in Chicago, I'm like, in a decent neighborhood?
Yeah,
I was like, I get back then, maybe?
Yeah.
But still, that's not that much.
But it was like, when he kept talking about, like, this isn't where he thought he would be. And, like, how, why don't I just drink a beer and do it again and again and again and again? It was like, not that I really feel that way, because I'm pretty happy with my life. But I understand what he's saying.
Like, everybody wants their life to mean something and not be so ordinary.
Yeah, or like, every time, like when he said, this is where I thought my life would be. Like, it's not necessarily that I thought my life was going to go, like, someplace crazy, but, it's never what you thought it would be.
This is why I said last week that this is probably one of my favorite characters.
Oh, for sure.
Because this... He plays your everyman so well, and the way he's written,
he acts the hell out of this,
and he acts the hell out of it, and the way that his character is portrayed, you're like, he's very relatable.
Yes,
like, everybody's like, gotta go to the job every day, and then you know what I mean. But something comes along that makes you special, that you're not normal. Like,
and the way they react,
you thought you were
other.
just average, and then you find out you're not, and he's like, no, I'm doing something. He's like, this means something.
The way him and Maggie react to each other.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Go on.
All right. Jake, who possesses the ability to commune with the dead. At a party one evening, Tom challenges Maggie's sister Lisa, who is a believer in paranormal activity, to hypnotize him. After putting him under, Lisa plants a post-hypnotic suggestion, and Tom urging him to be more open-minded. Tom then begins experiencing visions of a violent scuffle involving a girl who he later learns is Samantha Kozak, a 17-year-old who disappeared from the neighborhood 6 months prior. While Tom and Maggie attend a high school football game, Jake is overheard by his babysitter, Debbie, as he speaks with Samantha. Debbie gets upset and snatches Jake, running off with him in the night. Meanwhile, Tom senses Jake is in danger and rushes home but finds him gone. Tom then sees strange flashes of red light that eventually lead him to the metro station where Debbie is speaking with her mother about Jake. When Tom and Maggie confront her, Debbie angrily questions them about her sister Samantha, explaining that she has an intellectual disability with the mental capacity of an 8-year-old, and thus a child's tendency to trust strangers. Tom denies knowing her to Debbie, but admits to Maggie that she is the girl in his visions. Tom becomes obsessed with Samantha and begins probing members of the community. Probing is such a goofy word.
Why would you use that word? He's going around with a fucking stick, just shoving it up everybody's ass. Come here, bend over. I got some questions for you.
Every time I hear the word probe, all I can think about is being abducted by an alien and getting probed.
If you lie to me, I'm going to know the stick shakes.
It does a twitch.
It does a little twitch thing. You'll feel it. So don't lie
and
to
I'll
me.
see it.
And I'll see it.
Oh.
And I'll feel it too.
Okay.
Anybody ever seen those things where, like, people get hypnotized?
It gives me a tingle.
Everybody watched anything like people get hypnotized?
No.
Yeah. Like where they do that thing where, like, they'll do something like that where they tell them to, like, bleed on one side, not the other. I've seen things like that where they do that and they do it, like, live. And they do that. And, like, I've even tried to be hypnotized. I can't be hypnotized. So, like, I have a hard time, like,
maybe
believing
it's something
it.
with their knee.
I have a very hard time believing it too because I've never seen somebody in person get hypnotized.
I've seen it live and I've seen people do, and I've seen that, like, where they'll do something.
Yeah, but do you
like
think
that.
it's maybe just staged?
Well, I don't know because, like, I don't know.
They
if,
say
like,
there's a certain amount of people that can actually
there's, like, a
get it.
percentage of people that can. And, like, she said there's a percentage of people that can go, like, way under. It's, like, varying levels. And, I mean, your mind can do some pretty freaky shit, right? Because it's literally just neurons, like, firing off, right? So, and, you know, like, when you're asleep, your mind does weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, it stands to reason that somebody could put you under and you could do weird shit. I'm
Like
just
be
not
probed.
one of them.
I don't
wish.
I don't really
that.
believe in it
That'd be
because
so
I'm like
cool.
I don't know. I guess I feel like it could be a possibility.
If somebody could come to me and say, "Hey," like he did in the movie, like, "Hey, you have to commit. I'd follow everything to the T. I want to see if this is real and if this can happen to me." And just
like
to
if
prove
if
whether
I
or
could
not.
see it done to me or in front of me with somebody that like I knew for a fact wasn't like
Bullshit.
Somebody will not bullshit.
yeah, like
you.
if somebody walked down here and said like I'll try to do it to you and like I couldn't be hypnotized because I don't think I can be, then okay. And then they tried to do it to Eric or you or Madison and it worked, I'd be convinced.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Same here. Like somebody you knew closely.
Yeah, like if they just walked down here and there was no provocation,
Yeah, right.
and like we knew for a fact that like none of you were like, you know, obviously are part of the act,
Right.
then
That you know of.
yeah, fair enough.
This whole time, I became your friend, started this podcast, started this family, just for this moment.
I knew it.
To prove.
I knew you were in on something fucking shady, Joseph. I fucking knew it.
Wait. That whole thing with my mom was staged?
Just for this.
I wasn't even there.
Why would you want something like that?
It was a
Wait,
turkey
hold on,
Just
baster.
said I wasn't there.
It was a turkey baster.
Tell my mom to stop being so committed then. Just saying. Well, I can't
Tinfoil.
say that. She's not very committed, is she? What?
All right, keep going.
Anyways, Tom becomes obsessed with Samantha and begins probing members of the community about her disappearance. This attracts the
Mi scusi.
This
I
attracts
got
the
you, Eric.
I was getting there. You just beat me to it.
No. Okay.
That's exactly what it reminds me of. Like, mi scusi.
Oh, sorry.
Scusi.
This attracts the attention of his landlord, Harry Damon, probably, Tom's friend, Frank McCarthy, and their respective sons, Kurt Damon and Adam McCarthy, who all dismiss Samantha as a runaway teen after another prophetic vision in which Frank tells Tom that they're going to kill you and Maggie both. Tom finds that Adam has shot himself in Frank's home and is in critical condition. Meanwhile, during an afternoon walk, Jake and Maggie encounter a funeral where Chicago policemen are saluting in ceremony. Here, a policeman named Neil immediately recognizes...
Were they policemen or were they just ex-military?
No, they were
They're
policemen.
police officers.
That guy was a
Chicago
cop?
police.
Yeah.
recognizes Jake's unique talent, invites Tom to a private gathering of like-minded people to learn more about what is happening to his son. Maggie withholds a conversation with Neil from Tom and goes to the meeting herself, and Neil tells her the spirit that connected Tom has asked for something and will grow upset if it does not get done. As predicted, Samantha begins plaguing Tom, eventually leading to his insomnia. He goes back to Lisa and demands she undo what she did, but when she hypnotizes him, Samantha tells him to dig. Tom complies and digs holes in the backyard and eventually tears up the house in a desperate attempt to appease Samantha. While Maggie and Jake attend her grandmother's wake at a relative's house, Tom inadvertently knocks down a shoddy brick wall in the basement and discovers Samantha's mummified remains. He receives a vision showing him that before his family moved in, Adam and Kurt lured Samantha into the house to rape her. When she resisted, they unintentionally suffocated her and hid her unintentionally suffocated her.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Well, they just wanted, like, they screamed like they were just trying to get her to be quiet.
He said, you know, put something over her face,
to make
and
her
Adam
be quiet.
grabbed
So
plastic.
he put plastic unintentionally over her face.
Well, I don't think they intended on killing her, but that's just...
It was stupid, yes, but it was
Yeah.
unintentional if you paid
Yeah.
attention to how Adam and him reacted.
The one guy was like, "Oh, look at her tongue."
The one guy was an asshole. Adam had a heart about it. Adam couldn't take
like,
it.
I
That's
didn't
why
mean
Adam
to.
tried to kill himself.
Yeah.
Adam had a heart about it. That's why he tried to kill himself.
I mean, like, I get that it was that they didn't mean to kill her, but like, it was kind of intentional them putting that bag over her face.
well, he didn't press it down or anything. He just put it over her face and was kind of like.
Yeah, what do you think happened to Adam, the other boy? When he shot
I
himself?
think he lived.
I'm saying not even that. Like, do you think he was prosecuted, or do you think he?
Oh, yeah.
Sure, he was
definitely.
prosecuted if he lived.
Well,
I
because
think-
she had the other boy's hair in her hand. There was
Yeah.
no. There was no.
I don't think that.
I'm
I
sure
don't
even
think
the
that,
guilt would have got to him, and he would have admitted to it.
I think that there would have been like
You
I think
think-
that
yeah,
I
but
think
do
that
you-
Adam probably
Do you
went
think
in
that
there.
Tom or somebody covered for him? Like, yeah, he didn't have nothing to do with it. Maybe he had suffered
I don't
enough.
think honestly that Tom would have had to say anything. I think that they would have went in there. The one kid, Kurt, would have said, "Yeah, well, he was there too, and he's the one that put the plastic over his face." Derek, and he would have been an asshole about it.
He was dead.
Yeah, Kurt.
Oh yeah,
died.
that's right. But I still think that Adam would have.
I think the guilt would have got to him.
would have got to him, and he would have had to say something. He would have had to confess something.
They
Now,
never imply whether or not he goes to jail or anything happens
I
to
don't
him.
think that he would have gotten
But
that bad of a sentence, though.
I was
No.
gonna say, wouldn't he still count as an accomplice even if there was no proof that he was there because he knew?
he would have been considered an accomplice even if he hadn't put the thing over the girl's head, and he still would have gotten jail time out of it.
Because in the end, they don't have anything to link him other than his own confession.
And actually,
Right.
the dad would go to jail too for trying to help cover it
Yeah,
up.
he would go.
'Cause he
They
would've
would have
accomplice
all
too.
gotten,
Accomplice.
accomplice or accessory out. After
The dad
fact.
probably
Yeah.
would have got 10 years. There was a story
I
in
don't know.
school earlier. This mom helped her son bury a body, and she got 10 years. And he got 18 or something. Yep.
I wouldn't venture to say, because Lord knows there's been murderers that have gotten 3 years. So I wouldn't venture to say what they would get.
I'll be
All I'm
honest
saying-
with you. If my kid comes to me and says, "Dad, I accidentally killed somebody," like, all right, let me go get the shovel.
For parents. I mean,
I'm a parent, man. If
Another
my
reason
kid
not
goes
to
down,
have
I'm going
kids.
down with him. Sorry.
it's just, but I'm just saying that, like, I wouldn't venture to say how much time they're going to get, but I'm thinking that Adam, if he was willing to kill himself, he comes out of that coma or whatever, he's going to come out and say, I did it. I did this. He's going to come out and he's going to want to confess.
What if, like, a kid, like a 4 or 5-year-old accidentally killed their parents? Would they be tried as an adult?
No.
I was going to say, like, what
You
if
said
they were
accidentally
their
being the
mom?
key word.
There are many
Like-
gray areas in our law, and it's put together for that reason.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's made to be that way.
That's why it's always a jury that
I was going to
decides.
say,
And that's
what
why
if,
there's so
like,
many
the
assholes that
mom-
get away too.
Mhm.
What if there was, like, a mom in the bath, and then, like, the 4 or 5-year-old just so happened to find the toaster in the bathroom and, like, throw it in the oven?
They're not going to try that
bathroom.
kid. 4 or 5 years old, they're going to be like, it was an accident. That kid didn't know what he was doing, blah, blah, blah.
Here, mommy, I want toast.
Remember in One Crazy Summer, the guy throws the radio into the bathtub. He slips on the soap. Sorry. You just reminded me
Okay.
of that when you said that.
What was it?
One Crazy Summer. It's a really funny movie.
Who's in it?
Bobcat Goldthwait, John Cusack.
Oh, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, that fucking movie is hilarious.
Because it also has...
Why are you so fat? Why are you so fat?
Because it also has Demi Moore in it, right?
What?
It's got Demi Moore in it.
Yeah, Demi Moore.
All right,
Shit
continue.
out of him.
Tom brings Frank back to the basement to disclose to him the crime. Frank breaks down and admits that Adam and Kurt had
damn it.
already confided their secret to him and Harry. Frank pulls out a gun and demands to be alone. As Tom leaves the basement, he hears a single shot. What do you think he shot?
So I think that he shot the gun to make him believe that he was dead.
Yeah, he knew that they were coming.
He knew that they were coming to kill him.
Because remember, he said they were coming to kill you, you and Maggie both. He knew they were coming. The way he said it implies that he knew
He
they were
fired the
coming.
gun at Tom to chase him out of the thing because he wanted him to think that he was dead. I shot myself in the head, and then they were coming over. He knew that they were coming, so
He didn't
that
want
he
Tom
could
to
get the
give
jump
him-
on them.
Yeah, he didn't want Tom
Oh, he
to
did
let
that on
them.
purpose?
Yeah, he didn't want Tom to let them know that he was there. So that way he could just pull the wool over Tom's eyes so that Tom wouldn't give away anything. Tom thinks he's there alone now. His words when he comes up there and says, they were going to kill you, Tommy, you and Maggie both, tells you that he knew they were coming. He knew what their plans were. They told him because they thought he was on their side.
Yep.
Gotcha. Harry and Kurt suddenly show up. Harry, in his capacity as landlord, voices.
He's kind of a tool bag until that point, because like before that, even like whenever they're headed
he
to the
was
game,
funny as
she's
shit.
like, "Why don't you just lick him as they walk by?"
Dude, I laugh every time she says he'd stick it in a bowl of soup if it was still warm. Every time she says that, I fucking laugh.
he's kind of a tool, but then like he really redeems himself at the
Oh
end.
yeah, before that he's just your typical middle-aged, horny
like pervy dad.
Dad, yeah, and he's not, he's one of those people, he's not going to cause any real harm or anything, and then when you find out what happened, you're like, really, but him really, but yeah.
He calls her the girl. He's like, yeah, she's the retard.
No, that was the other guy. The other.
Yeah, no, he calls the dude goes, and then he goes off and like.
Yeah, he
like,
goes off.
Don't say that.
Yeah,
like he gets really pissed off about it.
Yeah, and then looking back, you're like, oh wow, there's a story there.
Like he had a soft spot for the girl, kind of. He felt bad.
Well, and then when that guy first shows up, though, it's hilarious because he shows up and they're like, who the hell? Who told him we were having a party?
He does not like that dude.
No,
he does not like him.
No.
Harry
doesn't even
and
tell you why either.
He's just like, who the hell told you we were having a party?
I live in the neighborhood too. I don't care. I like
go away.
Harry, in his capacity as landlord, voices displeasure with the torn-up house. They corner Tom with the intention of killing him, but Maggie interrupts them when she arrives back home. As Harry takes her hostage, Frank emerges from the basement and fatally shoots both Kurt and Harry to save Tom and Maggie. Tom notices Samantha's spirit, put on her glasses and coat, smiles as she walks down the road and disappears. Afterward, the family packs up a U-Haul and moves out of the house. Meanwhile, Samantha's mother and sister are finally able to give her a proper funeral and burial. Tom and Maggie smile happily as they drive away to a new neighborhood, but Jake covers his ears as they approach their new home, overwhelmed by the spirits that linger in all of the houses they pass by.
Why would you move? I would just stay. Well, I guess the house probably needed a lot of work.
Oh, fuck yeah, it did.
Oh, that was probably like heavy investigation.
Well, plus they didn't own it, so the dude that did own it
he's dead now.
Yeah,
not only that,
I'm sure that there was a lot of red tape involved.
There's trauma in that house. I
That's
don't want to be in it.
Yeah.
2 more ghosts in the house now. Probably.
They're probably pretty pissed off too.
Very, very angry ghosts.
So yeah, I guess so.
Pulled a fast one on us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they're really angry.
Yeah.
Very angry ghosts. I'm sure there's a lot of poltergeist.
Yeah, the scene in Frighteners where what's his face bites it, Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah.
And then he comes back as a ghost, and she's like, he looks really pissed off. That'd be them.
Really pissed off. Yeah. Yeah, he did look pissed off too.
Yeah.
Oh, I crossed the line.
That was kind of.
Go.
That was kind of like. That was kind of like a good send off, like a good comedic send off for that guy, though. You know what I mean? But like in this, I don't know, man. These guys, I don't know. Do you guys have a lot of notes on this movie?
I don't think I have a lot. The one thing I just wanted to bring up especially is like, so obviously Kevin Bacon brings it in this movie. Like he is obviously like the shining beacon. He's amazing. He does a fabulous job.
This is probably one of his best movies, honestly.
But he always does, right? But he especially does in this movie, I will say.
Yeah.
But the kid
is
amazing.
The kid does
He's
a great
pretty
job.
good. There's a couple parts where I was like, okay, a little like there was one part where he said something and then he said something directly after that where there was like no space between his lines.
I mean,
and I was
he's like what, 5?
Yeah. So isn't that the kid that played Dennis the Menace?
The kid's
no, that was Mason Gamble.
Yeah, but
this
the kid
is, what, Jake or
I've
something,
seen this kid in something else.
But the kid is supposed to be spaced out. You know what I mean? He's supposed to be,
yeah, I get that.
Like, a little spaced out.
The one scene that got me with the kid was when they were arguing. It was right after there was that whole thing where he was sitting there playing with like the trucks or whatever, and out of nowhere, they were like, she's like, she was using him, and she said, "Quit asking the boy questions. Talk to me." And she used that weird voice, and he was like, "Use that voice again. Use that voice." And then they start arguing, and she carries him downstairs.
He's only been in 2 movies. He was in this and The Wedding Singer as nephew.
I've never seen The Wedding Singer.
No, I have seen
it. Never mind. I've seen it like once or twice. But anyway, so she carries him downstairs, and she sets him on the couch, and they continue to argue. Or she's arguing at him, but he's like talking to the kid, and there's like this crescendo of like it's mounting and it's mounting and it's mounting. And then finally it just like it comes to a head.
That's who she is. She's in Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, the girl, but I know her from House.
Yeah, she was in House.
The ghost.
Oh, Emma?
Yeah.
Who was she?
She was the dead girl.
Yeah.
Was she really?
Yeah. She's been in a bunch of shit.
I've seen Once Upon a Time a lot of times, and I did not notice that was Emma. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, she played Emma.
Emma Swan.
Yep. Is that all you guys got?
No, I was in the middle of
Sorry,
talking.
man. I interrupted you because I was like, oh, Revelation.
Yeah.
So, there's that.
His light bulb went off and
Because I knew she looked familiar. I was like, what did I see this fucking girl in?
You could have asked me. I could have told you.
That she was in Once Upon a Time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you've seen that
and
show?
that she was in and that she was in House. Because
Yeah,
I know her from
House.
House and I know her from Once Upon a Time. I didn't watch it. I watched like 2 or 3 episodes, lost interest, and was done.
Who was she in?
But
Emma Swan. The main character.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah, like the Snow White or whatever.
Snow White and Prince Charming's daughter, the savior.
Yeah.
Henry's mom.
Right.
Yeah.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow? Yo! I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
What'd I do? Y'all just asked.
I think they were just referring to me because I interrupted Karen in the middle of her thing.
Oh.
Look at her. She still hasn't stopped
she's got
touching
the
me.
death glare.
No.
Sons of bitches!
I'm pretty used to it actually by now.
I'm gonna fuck you all
Are
up.
you done, or are you gonna keep going there? Or?
Just waiting,
She
making
looks-
sure.
I'm waiting on you.
I'm
Go
waiting.
ahead.
I'm making
No,
double
you're good,
sure because
dude.
usually
You're
I start
good.
talking again and then there's something else.
Never. That
She
never
looks
happens.
so different as a brunette.
See?
Anyway, continue.
You sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
But anyway, so the kid gets carried downstairs. There's this
She
whole
almost started
crescendo of like, it just keeps getting louder and louder, right? And then at the very end, after everything quiets down, he just looks at them and says, I don't want to talk about this anymore because it scares mommy.
Yeah.
And just the way that he delivers that and the way that he acts for that whole scene is just perfect. For the kid his age, you're
Because you could see your own kid doing something
yeah,
like
and you're
that.
completely sold on the fact that he's, one, scared at how they're reacting, and 2,
He's keeping his demeanor.
yeah, and he knows that his mom is scared of what him and his dad are sharing. And he also completely understands that him and his dad are going through something together. But he doesn't want to scare his mom. So he's kind of stuck between this weird place. And he does a very good job at, like, conveying that, I guess. For a 5-year-old. Like, how does a 5-year-old convey that?
Right.
And I think he did a good job at showing it.
I mean, he only acted in 2 movies. He probably could have went farther if he
You probably
wanted.
could have if you wanted to.
So.
I think he was ready to fuck that ghost up when she kept on changing his damn TV.
Yeah.
It's like, bitch!
I love that he was watching The Mummy, and then she kept changing it to
The Evil
or
Dead.
Night of the Living Dead.
Or Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, Night of the Living
So-
Dead.
And he's like trying to unplug the TV. He's like, bitch!
Well, I think that's when he got scared. Because she's always been, like, a friend to him
Yeah.
prior to this. And then she did that, and he was like, the fuck? You know?
The fuck, bitch?
Yeah, but I didn't
Fuck
understand
this,
why
I'm
she
gonna let
did
him
that
out
to
of the room.
Jake, though.
Huh?
I know she's pissed at Tom, but why did she do that to Jake?
So it's like the dude said, it doesn't matter who it is.
They're
She
not
had told him
listening
she's
to-
getting angry now because he's not doing anything about it. Doesn't matter who she's angry. She could be angry towards everybody.
I guess, but, like, she's been friendly with Jake this whole time for however long they've been living there. Like, why scare Jake? He's been her friend. You know what I mean?
Maybe she
And
was
I
trying
guess-
to encourage him to help his dad or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I guess, like, this whole time, and she has the capacity to think like an 8-year-old, right? Like when she was alive. And maybe ghosts don't think that way. I don't know. I mean, but I don't know. It was just weird to me that, like, they'd been friendly this whole time for however long they've been living there, and then all of a sudden she's mad at Tom, and she just goes, "You know what? Fuck you, kid. I'm gonna scare the shit out of you." Like, I don't.
Maybe it was
I don't
her
know.
way of trying to push him a little harder to push his dad.
I guess, but then, why wouldn't she just, since they can communicate so well, why wouldn't she just tell him, "Hey, I'm in the basement. Go tell your dad."
Yeah, why does it all got to be through, like, certain little.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if
like
it,
puzzles
instead of scaring the kid, she could have been like, "Hey,
tell your dad I'm in the basement in the wall."
yeah,
Instead of them all putting in that effort.
right."
in the
Instead of scaring the
backyard.
shit out of him, she could have just been like, "Hey, tell your dad."
Basement,
Yeah.
brick wall.
I'm in the fucking wall. Stop digging in the backyard like a
then-
moron.
I guess then you don't have a movie, so then that doesn't work. But I'm just saying, like,
Realistically.
yeah.
Well, as realistic as it can get.
It doesn't. I mean, and you get that great scare moments and stuff like too. I guess it works for the movie, but
And you think she would have asked the little kid for help too, though? You know what I
maybe
mean?
she
Like,
didn't want to scare him.
she was fucking talking to him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't work both ways. That's what I'm saying. So she didn't want to scare him is the only logical explanation for why she didn't tell him. Like, he knows she's dead, and he's okay with that. Like, he's made peace, obviously. But she doesn't want to tell him, like, hey, my body's in your house. That's why I'm here.
Is there like a rule of the dead? They have to be super mysterious and give
I think
you little
so.
clues.
I think it's pretty much like we can't tell you anything directly. I'm pretty sure it's in that. It's in the handbook.
All right, yeah,
It's.
guess.
I think. Yeah, right here.
right here.
Yeah.
It's in the handbook.
Big bold letters, circled about 75 times.
You can't tell. You can't directly tell them. Must give clues. Be very mysterious.
Vagueness is your friend.
Yeah.
Vagueness is key.
Yeah.
Yes.
Regardless, though, I guess that's again one of those plot points that they use in movies. You can't really get around it if you want to have the movie.
Right, I get it.
Anyway.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That it? Let's you guys wanna review it? Is this it?
Let's review this bitch.
We love you, Megan.
Yeah. Thank you, Megan. I bet her voice still hurts. Let's start with Madison. Madison, what did you think of Stir of Echoes?
I like
from
this
99?
movie. It had a nice little touch of a little bit of everything, didn't it? Even hypnotism, which you don't see in movies very often, really. Probably because people can't do it right, but you know. I like this movie. So, I'm not good with words either. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. It was a pretty good movie.
Put that cookie down!
I bumped it. My bad.
I was gonna say nobody's holding the cookie.
I bumped it. I did a Jeremiah.
Oh. That is a tricky button. Tricky button. All right, so I think for me, this movie hits pretty hard on a few nostalgia things, mostly not because of the movie, but because of everything in the movie. I'm like, holy shit, I wore shit like that. I knew girls in high school that wore the same shit that his wife wore. You know what I mean? Like, just the black chokers, like the things around
Karen.
their necks, and like, yeah, Karen wore that shit.
She
Yeah,
still wears
I mean, girls.
yeah, shit like that. So like, I mean, all that stuff hit pretty good. The music was great in this movie. I love the overall vibe, and I like the tone of the movie. I think a lot, and I've always liked the tone of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like that scene where they're like the very beginning where they go to the neighbor's party across the street and they got the baby monitor. We do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I live in an alley where all my friends come over and hang out, and I remember Seth and Megan coming over all the time, and they bring a baby monitor with them because they had a newborn upstairs in her crib. So, you know, they always had the baby monitor. So all that shit, I'm like, yeah, I can relate to that, you know, because it's all this movie feels very grounded with the characters in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. And, like, I don't know, this is one of the few ghost movies that I like. I don't like a lot of ghost movies. I think they're fucking stupid. But this is one of the good ones. And I think that it ain't just because of, it's because you get, well, for one, Kevin Bacon is a big part of that. Like, he does a lot to kind of be the shining star in this movie with his acting and everything going on. And I don't know, man. This is just a fun fucking movie for what you get out of it. It's not boring. It keeps you interested. The music's good. The vibes are good. It's just a good movie, especially for being from '99. So I think I'm going to go ahead and give her an 8. No, 8.5. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. I really like this movie. Probably one of Kevin Bacon's best, in my opinion.
Go like this to your beard. You got a piece of your hair just sticking out.
Oh yeah, baby. I like eating my own hair.
So there's a lot of what you said that I think is really perfect because.
Fucking Christ. Sometimes I hate having a beard.
Is that why you shave it once a year?
Yeah.
Sorry, Karen, go ahead. Sure.
It's like, you fucking bitches interrupt me one more time.
I was trying to be nonchalant, but then you wouldn't stop talking.
Fuck your own face!
Real.
Karen's like, I'm gonna fuck you guys up. You don't shut the fuck up.
Fuck your beard. Fuck your own face.
I'm just gonna start having a pile of rocks over there for Karen to throw at people.
The relatability, like I was saying at the beginning, is off the charts. You know, I watched this movie over and over and over again when it came out because every person I knew, I was like, you gotta watch this movie. And like I showed it to a million people, so I watched it probably 1,000 times. And even going back and watching it now, I still remembered so much. But even remembering so much, going back and watching it now, like you said, the relatability factor after having children and stuff is just like, it just, I don't know, elevates the movie just that much more for me. Because, you know,
I actually agree with that a lot because I guess back in 99, I didn't realize it as much as I do now.
Yeah.
How much I can relate with their characters now.
Yeah. Like, you know, back then it was just a good movie because it was just a good movie.
Yeah.
And now it's like, it's a good movie, but on top of that, you really see how being a parent and going through something like that would be.
And they portray that really well in this movie.
Like how
on a grounded level.
Yeah, like how the mom is trying to like keep her shit together and, you know, be a mom, and, you know, then how he's kind of losing it. But, you know, and then there's also, you know, these humor parts in the movie,
like the part where she comes in and sees the mud through the kitchen. Well, I'm not cleaning
Look
that
what
up.
mess I'm not cleaning up.
Yeah, what mess I'm not cleaning up.
And the orange juice when he pours 2, and then he's like,
you gonna finish it?
Yeah, he's like, you gonna drink that?
Keeps looking at it, and then he's like, you gonna drink that, you know?
And then he gulps it like a shot. I'm like, that part was really funny.
Yeah, the fridge full of orange juice. You know, there's some humor in there too.
But that part you're talking about with the orange juice, where he's looking at it, looking at her, that is one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it's very relatable on that level because life is not always all scary. It's not always all stressful. You can have literally in the span of 5 minutes a stressful, scary, and funny situation happen all at once, right? That's life. And this movie does a very good job of showing that.
Yeah.
I liked that they showed this bond between the father and the son that they didn't even know existed until what happened with Tom at the party. And then all of a sudden there's just this extra layer of bond between the father and son. I liked the relatability of Tom on his own, and then the relatability of them as a couple. And then even the hypnotism seemed very realistic. Like that would be a real way of how they would do hypnotism. And I think I found out in trivia that that's actually a real type of hypnotism, like how they really do it, but they had to add like music in the background so that it wouldn't be, you know, like if people were susceptible, then it wouldn't happen.
Trip it,
yeah.
Especially in a movie theater,
right?
Where it's just a big screen.
And like quiet.
Yeah. But you know, there are some issues with it. I had, you know, and I never noticed it before, but you know, like the whole, like, why wouldn't she just tell the kid? And, you know, those things do bother me, and they bother me in every movie. I'm not being, you know, biased to this movie because I love it. I don't like that trope in movies where it's like, well, we can't figure out how to work around this, so it's just gonna be there. You know, like, I don't like that. I wish that they could figure out a way to figure that out. It bugs me. So it's not perfect by any means, but there's a lot that I still love about it. So I'm with you. It's an 8.5 for me.
Yeah, you guys pretty much nailed it for everything. I mean, I enjoyed everything about
What
this
you mean
movie.
we probed it?
Yeah, you probed it. You probed everything. Yeah, I mean,
and the kid with the feathers at the end.
Yeah.
The feathers. Every time I watch this movie and he says, I'm scared of the feathers, and then you see that feather scene, you're like,
That could have been him.
well, I mean, he wouldn't have been up there. He wouldn't.
no,
have been
but
in
you
his
know
room,
he
but-
saw it in his head and he knew where it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, in his own room. Not to mention
his pillow.
her
So
grandma.
he doesn't, and with him, he doesn't know what time that was, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He just knew that it was his
His
pillow and his
Or his
bedroom.
head.
And think about it, if her grandma hadn't have died, he would have been up there in that bed at that time.
Yeah.
So that's even
Yeah.
crazier to think about.
Yeah.
So
So he
her
doesn't
grandma
know timing.
dying actually
he doesn't,
saved his life.
Yeah, he doesn't know timing. He just sees it's his pillow and those feathers coming out. You know,
Yeah.
and like every time he says that and you see that, it's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much right there with you guys at 8.5 with this movie because the nostalgia for it. I mean, sitting back thinking about this movie, I watched it when I was younger. Pretty sure we sat down and watched it as a movie on a Friday night as a family, if I'm not mistaken.
no, I think this was one that Aunt Mary actually brought over to Grandma's, and we watched with Mom, Aunt Mary, and Grandma
Maybe.
the first time. I'm pretty sure.
Did they
Maybe.
make you cover your eyes when you saw her boobs?
No.
You have no idea how uncensoring my mother was. Seriously.
My dad was the same way. He didn't care.
My mom did not, like, especially when it came to sex stuff.
Yeah.
She really did not
I don't
care.
think my mom cared much either. I don't
She
think
might have
gave a
tried to
shit.
cover my eyes, but no.
Yeah,
She
like
didn't.
they didn't censor me a lot to that stuff. So
No.
You think?
8.3 is the aggregate.
pretty good. Man. So Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 83.
See, that's what I was gonna say because ours is
83.
8.3. I bet it's
83.
around there.
82.
Oh, you
84.
son of a bitch. You sons of bitches.
So you said 82, 84,
83. They $1'd me.
80.
3.
I have the lowest. He
You
has
have
the
the lowest?
highest, and he
You
has
got it.
83.
Sons of
It's
bitch.
68 for the
Oh my
critics.
god.
You would have lost anyway. Even
Still,
if she didn't.
$1, and that's bullshit.
I'm gonna go with.
I know it is fucked up that we could just like corner you
I'm
in
gonna
there.
go
And
with
that
Yeah.
71.
Oh yeah, I'm going to go 70.
I think the hot audience is higher. I bet it's. I'm gonna go 75.
He got it on the dot. It's 70.
Oh.
I was gonna say 70.
What?
I was gonna say it, and I was like, no. Every time I say an even number like that, it's $1 up, and it wasn't.
It's okay, psycho.
Kevin Bacon's acting is so genuine that it's creepy.
Middle finger back.
And director David Cope knows how to create true suspense. So why is it so fucking low?
Oh, hold on, dude, right here.
Fuck your own face!
That's what I think he was saying to you.
No, that's what I'm saying to him.
So here's
It's not working.
I don't give a
There.
fuck, Keisha.
Well, you should.
Gotta get angry with it.
My
Next time I
number
gotta
one
drive-
has to get angry.
Next time I gotta drive you home and you're drunk, I'm making sure you get dropped off on the side of the road.
Ooh.
He'll
I don't
walk.
care. I'll walk.
Have fun.
It's funner that way.
I'm sure it
it really
is.
is.
Probably is, honestly. Like, doo-doo-doo.
Have fun
I'm
with the
not fucked up.
coyotes.
They're waving at all the cars they go by.
Let me find some garden gnomes.
Just be careful not to fall into the street.
He's
I
like walking down the road with him.
Oh, I will fuck with them so bad.
I'd say have fun with the coyotes, but the coyotes could probably be like,
No, we don't
No.
have a problem
he's
with
got a
guys like
garden
that.
gnome. He's got a garden gnome. We don't mess with those guys.
Well, I think I figured out why the scores are so low.
People are
The
dicks.
theaters?
This is why. This is a 2.5 star. You guys ready?
Oh, I'm ready. I got the bumps ready.
The mystery and suspense of this movie was what got me into it because these are the types of movies I love to watch. Kevin Bacon was great. Not one bad thing I can say about this. Overall, I enjoyed it.
Wait,
Why is it a 2-star then?
That's why the score is so goddamn low.
are they all like
I
that?
don't understand though why you would choose 2 stars.
That's my point. Apparently, people don't understand how the scoring system works.
Is that how they all are?
Quite a bit of them.
Okay.
I had a very hard time finding 10
So I
like
followed
low
Coraline.
scores.
I'm gonna look up the meta. You keep reading. I'm gonna look up the Metacritic. See if
Yeah,
it's different.
because you're making my head hurt right now.
Right. So here's another 2-star. You guys ready?
Sure.
Footloose was so much better.
Okay.
Not even the same thing.
Right?
The 2-star?
What if we shook the echoes instead? That's a 1-star.
Shook it instead of stirred it. That's pretty funny,
It was
actually.
a funny one.
Humdrum okay ripoff of The Sixth Sense. It would do better
what?
at...
What was the original critic score?
68.
Yeah, Metascore is not different. It's 67 on here and 7.0 for general favorability. So
Maybe they don't know how to rate either. Humdrum okay ripoff of The Sixth Sense. It would do better as a straight-to-DVD movie or a TV movie than an actual major movie film.
I don't know about that.
First half not bad, but then Kevin gets very irritating and the story predictable with 0 twists.
Disagreed.
What year did this come out?
99.
It came out in 99?
Mm-hmm.
What month?
I don't know. Shite of Echoes or Stir of Shite. Can't decide.
Wow. That's you're intelligent. I
That's
think
it.
I feel dumber.
Put that on a poster.
Yeah.
This is a very basic sci-fi ghost-like mystery. There is nothing worth... Oh, this was my favorite one. This person misspelled this word so badly that the first time I saw it, I thought it was a different word that they had misspelled. I thought it was mansplaining.
Okay.
But it wasn't. It's supposed to be mentioning. They misspelled mentioning so badly that the first time I read this, I thought it was mansplaining.
So everybody's sitting here telling us that this is a knockoff of Sixth Sense.
Mm-hmm.
Sixth Sense literally came out a month before this movie.
So they couldn't have, because it would have... And this was a book
Literally
from 1958. This book. The book that Sturback...
I could almost see this movie taking such a hard hit because of The Sixth Sense coming out a month before it.
I would agree.
So,
But this was based on a book that came out in 1958.
This
So
came
who
out.
copied who?
This
really?
came out September of 10th of 1999 release date, and then Sixth Sense came out. Where was it?
And the dad wasn't dead.
August 6th of 1999.
that's crazy. Yeah, because I remember going to see Sixth Sense in theaters. I remember having to explain it to Cody after we left the theater. It's like, I don't get it. It's like, Cody, he was dead.
I see dead people. I'm going to read... My goodness.
God.
Good Lord.
My God.
My German came out.
Mi scusi.
I'm going to read this whole thing first, and then I'm going to tell you how it's spelled. This is a very basic sci-fi ghost-like mystery. There's nothing worth mentioning about this movie. Okay to watch. They spelled mentioning M-A-N-S-H-E-N-N-I-N-G.
Mentioning.
Mansioning. That's why I thought it was supposed to be mansplaining or something. And then I was like, no, I think that's worth mentioning.
I think it's worth mansplaining, though, really.
D+ lackluster movie, very little suspense, bad screenplay. A slow, predictable fizz. I watched this film when it was released in theaters, was not impressed. We've seen this storyline 1,000 times already. Pretty boring mess if you ask me. Sixth Sense was a zillion times better. Don't waste your time. Kick this bucket of drive.
See what I mean?
Kick this bucket of drive? I don't understand that.
I don't understand that either.
That's it.
Alrighty then.
Alrighty.
Well, let's get into that fucking trivia.
Sweet ass trivia with Karen.
There is very little.
I believe that.
Yeah. In the hypnotism flashback scene, there is a scene of a safety pin being stuck through Tom's hand. This was not a special effect. A stuntman was paid to come in and have a safety pin pushed through his hand for that scene.
I could do it. How
Oh,
much you paying
fuck
that guy?
that.
Do it. Fucking do it.
Dude,
How much you paying me? 10 grand?
was
Yeah,
enough.
fuck yeah.
Watching that was enough.
Fucking $500
okay, for
bucks
10
you
for
could do
10
it.
grand? $10,000, yeah, you can do it.
$500.
I'll
Fuck,
look away.
$100. Put it through my hand.
No, not for 100.
I'm sure they paid him $10,000 to do it at least.
Oh, for $10,000, yeah,
No, they're
fuck
not
yeah, you
doing
can
it
do
for
it.
$10,000. I bet they paid some guy $1,000.
If even.
$1,000.
Maybe 1,000. You're probably right.
Probably about $1,000. Hey, I just need somebody to come in, put this needle through. Some dude probably like, yeah, fuck it.
You heard
whatever.
that thing
It's
pop
sterile,
though.
right?
Like it went through. It's like.
Yeah, just like your ear whenever you get it pierced.
I don't remember that though.
You probably went and got the machine though. Punched it in. Mine
Yeah,
was-
for the first ones, I used to have them clear up.
Mine was pierced with a needle and a bar of soap.
The ones,
So-
the ones clear up were with the needle.
Do you have to take those ones out for the military too? The ones
You gotta
clear?
take all
The
of
one-
your
Yeah, all
earrings out.
piercings.
Even these ones?
No,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no. You can wear the studs. They let you wear studs.
I don't know about that.
What about in my nose ring?
I don't know that they
Take
let
those
you
out.
wear anything.
Well, you can't for like exercises and stuff, but you can keep.
No, I'm talking
your
about
regular,
for basic training. They're gonna make you take all that shit out.
only when you're on the field and stuff.
I don't know. I think they'll make them take it out. Period. So
They'll make you take out the
I'm
other
trying to
ones.
let me get my eyebrow pierced, but it's not happening.
it's unnecessary. You're just gonna take it out in like 6 months.
Yeah,
Same with my nose ring, and yet that still happened.
Not having that conversation. Keep going.
When they were setting up the scene where Maggie leaves Jake at her relative's house, it was realized that they had gone over the number of hours the child actor that plays Jake could work. Crew members had to run from house to house in the neighborhood they were filming in to find a child who looked enough like him to appear as a background character.
I can see her.
I know.
What?
She's being annoying.
He's got a scar from his eyebrow piercing.
Mm.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
From whenever I was 15.
I'm
I know.
17.
After their parents' approval and a very quick haircut to be able to complete the shot. Kevin Bacon plucks around on a guitar in the film, but in real life is actually a skilled guitarist. Along with his brother Michael, the Bacon brothers have released over a half dozen albums, some to acclaim, and occasionally tour and/or play live in support of these endeavors. Acclaimed film critic Roger Ebert recommended this film. His greatest praise for it came for Fred Murphy's cinematography, specifically during the scene in which Tom calls Lisa while working on the utility pole. While with the sunrise and trains showing drifting by, Ebert described this shot as a stunner, saying that doesn't have anything to do with ghosts, I know, but it sure is a neat shot, which is true. I didn't say anything about the cinematography, but it is pretty good. In the scene where Tom gets angry after digging in the backyard and kicks the bucket towards the wall, it was not supposed to hit and break the window. This was a happy accident, and it was used in the film as Kevin Bacon's stating character and continued the scene. That's it.
Why were you staring at her like that?
I was waiting for something I was going to hit, but I didn't get a chance to.
He was just the whole time.
Say it. Say it.
Damn it!
He was so locked in. It was crazy.
I didn't have any.
He was like waiting for the moment the syllables started to come out of your mouth.
Jesus.
You look like
All
a
right.
psycho.
There you go. That's Stir of Echoes. We got...
Let's stir
you're gonna-
this
you're gonna
pot
do it?
and get the next movie.
Oh, you want me to do it? I'll do it.
I thought you were...
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
Stir the pot.
So I figure since it's Halloween and shit, we haven't really done any Halloween vibed-esque movies. Did you not?
I've just been wanting to do it.
Okay.
Let him get it out of his system.
Get it out of your system, man. So I figure I'm going to do something fun. I'm going to do Idle Hands.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah, Idle Hands. It's Halloween, it's horror, and it's comedy.
Look at me, I'm
Look at me, I'm Leatherface. That's great. That's good
I
stuff.
haven't
Let's
seen
see
that
if
in a while.
it's. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while. I've been wanting to watch it. It's been on.
Yeah, what's it streaming on?
Let me see.
Jessica
I've
Alba.
never heard of that.
Early Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba. It's got fucking
Devin Sawa.
Devin Sawa, Seth Green.
It is not Pluto TV.
Nah.
That's the only thing I can see it on.
And it's a
Streaming.
great Halloween
Pluto's
movie.
free, but it's got ads.
Ads.
It's
Pluto-
another one that's got the early 2000s vibes.
Yeah, Pluto TV.
Bad.
Mhm.
Hell, it's even got The Offspring in it.
Oh man.
Offspring, fucking Rob Zombie. Yeah. Yeah. It's
Got
fun,
one
though.
guy, every time he's working on his truck, same song's playing.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
What is it? Shout! Shout!
Yeah.
Shout!
the devil!
Shout at the devil!
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should start a band.
Okay.
I'll play.
She knows how to play the drums.
I do.
Do you really?
Yeah, she used to have a drum set.
Do you know how to play the guitar by any chance?
Yeah,
I
but
thought
I'm
she knows how to play
bad
the
at it.
fucking drums.
I was gonna say, can you like?
He's
teach
better
me?
at it.
What?
The drum or
I
the
don't want to
guitar.
learn from him though.
He knows how to play the skin flute really well too.
I'm way better at the drums.
All right,
grandpa,
so
Jim plays
next
the
week,
You have
No.
don't forget to check out those fucking socials and stuff
Stuff.
down there.
Wait, I have electric drums. Just got those.
Next week we're gonna do Idle Hands for our 4th Spooky Month movie. I don't know how we're gonna do There's a few options in Idle Hands for the creator profile on that one.
There is quite a bit.
Yeah, there's like 4 actually, 3 or 4 in that one. Vivica A. Fox is in that movie, and by Fox I mean wow.
I don't know when we would ever do Devon Sawa though again.
Yeah.
Honestly.
True.
He's not in a lot of movies.
Just Final Destination is not
Little Giants.
Yeah,
Little Giants. Yeah, yeah, we have that in the box too, don't we?
I think it's on the rolling list.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah, we got that is in Little Giants. That's a great movie though.
Oh, I fucking love that movie so much.
Icebox.
Yeah.
It's aged so well too. We just watched it like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago. And it is every bit as funny.
Yeah.
And
it's a good family movie
It's so
too.
beautifully done. God, it's so good.
Yeah, it's a good movie. So next week, Idle Hands. Don't forget to check out all the socials, and we'll see you next week.
Okay, bye.
Peace.
Bye.